Thu. The sun rose over the Pride Lands, casting long shadows across the golden savanna as a soft wind swept through the tall grass. Every creature stirred with life, but something felt different. The world seemed unusually still, as if nature itself sensed the approaching tragedy. In this AI-reimagined reality, every movement was lifelike. Captured with breathtaking detail, fur, dust, falling rocks, and even the trembling of a young cub, Simba bounded playfully through the gorge, unaware of the danger surrounding him. His tiny paws kicked up dust, and his wide, innocent eyes sparkled with joy. The AI-rendered world made him look astonishingly real, his fur shimmering under the harsh sun. Poor day. Every breath visible as the heat waves danced in the air. Above him, on the cliff overlooking the gorge, Scar's cold eyes watched with a calculating stillness. Every twitch of his whiskers, every subtle narrowing of his gaze revealed his intentions. In this hyper-realistic vision, Scar appeared more intimidating than ever, his dark mane ruffled by the wind. His scar deep and shadowed, his voice dripping with quiet venom. He signaled to the hyenas hiding nearby, and the ground began to tremble. A distant rumbling echoed through the canyon walls, the sound growing louder until the earth beneath Simba shook. The wildebeest stampede burst into view, hundreds of massive bodies thundering down the slopes, dust exploding into the air in realistic swirls. Simba froze, his ears flattened in terror, his small frame trembling as he cried out for help. The realism made the moment even more heartbreaking. His fur stood on end, his pupils dilated, and his tiny voice cracked with fear. High above, Mufasa reacted instantly. The king erupted into motion, his muscles rippling beneath his golden fur as he sprinted toward the gorge. Every stride kicked up dirt. His breaths came deep and powerful. The AI reimagining captured the weight and urgency of a father risking everything to save his son. He leaped into the gorge with a force that sent rocks scattering. The camera followed him closely, his claws digging into the earth, his massive paws navigating the chaos, his mane whipping in the wind as the herd roared past him. Simba clung desperately to a tree branch as the stampede charged beneath him. His tiny claws scraped helplessly, slipping from the bark. Mufasa barreled through the wildebeests with incredible strength, pushing through bodies, dodging hooves, and enduring bruising hits. The detail made every impact feel painfully real. Finally, he reached Simba, the powerful swing of his head. He lifted the cub onto his back and surged upward through the chaos. Dust clouded around them, mixing with flashes of sunlight as father and son fought for survival. When Simba reached safety, he turned back, expecting to see his father right behind him. But Mufasa had been thrown back into the stampede, too. The AI detail captured the terror in his eyes as he struggled to regain footing, slipping on rocks slick with dust and shifting sand. Then, with unmatched strength, Mufasa leaped, clawing his way up the cliffside. Rocks crumbled beneath him, the earth groaning under his weight. His claws dug deep into the stone. His body trembled with exhaustion. And there, standing above him, was Scar. The wind howled. Dust swelled around them. Mufasa's eyes, desperate yet hopeful, locked with the brother he trusted. Scar, brother, help me. The AI-enhanced scene made every detail painfully vivid. The quiver in Mufasa's lips, the strain in his muscles, the pleading in his voice. Scar leaned closer. Eels. In this reimagined realism, his expression was chilling, cold, emotionless, a predator savoring the moment. His shadow fell across Mufasa like a dark omen. Long live the king! With a sudden, violent motion, Scar dug his claws into Mufasa's paws, tightening with brutal precision before wrenching him free. Mufasa's roar echoed through the gorge, but this time, rendered with lifelike sound and trembling emotion. It felt unbearably real. He plummeted. The camera followed him in slow motion, his mane whipping upward, his eyes wide with heartbreak, his massive body disappearing into a cloud of dust and hooves. The impact shook the entire gorge. When silence returned, it felt suffocating. Simba raced down to the gorge, his small paws slipping on loose gravel. The AI detail made every moment devastatingly real. His chest heaving, his breath breaking, his eyes darting wildly as he surged. Dust choked the air. The stampede had passed, leaving only stillness and broken earth. And there, partially buried beneath a fallen ledge, lay Mufasa. His body was motionless, his great mane matted with dust, his eyes closed in eternal rest. Simba's voice cracked as he approached. Dad, we gotta go home." He nudged Mufasa gently. The realism made the scene almost unbearable. Chig, every nudge, every sob, every whimper echoed with lifelike sound and trembling emotion. Simba crawled under Mufasa's heavy paw, curling into his father's still body as tears soaked his fur. The camera captured every tiny movement: his shaking chest, the collapse of his ears, the confusion and pain in his eyes. Then Scar appeared through the dust. In this AI version, his silhouette looked even more sinister. The way he approached, slow, calculated, feigning sorrow, sent chills down the audience's spine. He blamed Simba with quiet wickedness. "Oh, Simba, what have you done?" The cub's innocence shattered. His voice trembled. "It was an accident." "I didn't mean to run away," Scar whispered, his eyes cold. "Run away and never return." Simba's little legs stumbled as he ran, tears streaking through the dust on his fur. The camera followed him into the rising sun, his figure shrinking, his sobs fading. Behind him, Scar watched with a twisted satisfaction. The hyenas moved in. The dust swirled around Mufasa's body as the new king claimed Pride Rock in his mind. The scene shifted to Simba collapsing in the desert. The heat reflecting off the sand, his breathing shallow. The AI details showed each grain clinging to his fur. The world around him blurred. He was a cub running from a nightmare too big to understand. Mufasa's final roar echoed faintly, as if the Pride Lands themselves mourned. The reimagined version lingered on Simba's heartbreak, all the tiny movements in his face, the tremble of his their helplessness. In his paws as he lay alone beneath the burning sun. Finally, the scene faded into the sky above the Pride Lands. Clouds drifted slowly. The sun dimmed. The kingdom mourned the loss of a great king. This AI reimagining of Mufasa's final moments captured the emotional weight of betrayal, love, courage, and heartbreaking loss, every detail crafted to feel real enough to touch, emoing. And in that realism, the pain of the scene became deeper, more powerful, and unforgettable.